Welcome everybody to a look at a new Radiance films release, and that is 1976's The Man on the Roof, directed by Bo Wilderberg. And fantastic effort, right? Quite frankly, I'll just say that right from the off. So clocks in 116 minutes long, police procedural thriller, and it stars the only person that I've recognised in terms of actual name is Sven Walter, who was also in 2022's The House, a Netflix anthology film, and The 13th Warrior, starring Antonio Banderas. So this is about Stockholm policeman Martin Becker, who is called in to investigate the murder of a fellow officer. Beck and his partner, Ina Ron, soon discover that the murder policeman was well known to his colleagues for his excessive brutality, though his misdeeds were never reported to higher authorities. As they pursue their investigation, a sniper climbs through a roof in downtown Stockholm and starts firing at every uniformed officer he sees. So, this film was a huge surprise, not just in terms of how well executed it is, but in terms of how modern it feels, as this comes across as a snippet of one of those Nordic police crime series that were once popular not long ago. And the cast is also really good, even though, like I said, I'm not familiar with most of them. It is extremely well shot. The final half hour or so with a sniper is excellent. The police procedural element is engaging. The production is great. The score is solid. It is well paced and it is engrossing throughout. The murder that happens at the beginning is also really rather quite brutal. It feels like a Giallo film murder. And it's also got like I said, the shootout with the sniper is also really, really good, as especially since you've not only seen violence and explosions and whatever else like that, but you've also got the police trying to work out a way of getting rid of the sniper, as he's in a really rather hard to get to place on that rooftop. So excellent film really, and the Radiance Films has done a fantastic job with this release, as it's been given a new high definition digital transfer, and it looks absolutely excellent. The way the lighting is and the quality of the picture. Quite frankly, I figured it was like a 2K restoration or something like that, because it looks that good, but it's not. It's just a high definition transfer, but despite that, it looks excellent. And even though it's rated a 15, the murder at the beginning is, like I said, really rather quite violent, to the point where I figured it would be a higher rated film than that. And you get a different, you get the original artwork on the other side, which is good, no doubt about that, but I do prefer this new one that they've gone with. So you get a nice, you do get a nice booklet that I will show you now. So you get the new artwork on the front there, and then you get the shot from the film. So in the booklet itself, you get cast and crew as per usual with these releases, but then you get the Swedish thriller's First Taste of Blood from 2022 by Martin Blomqvist. You get The Criminal and Society in The Man on the Roof from 2008 by Daniel Broden. You get Vision in Svensk film, The Vision in Swedish Cinema Extracts by Bo Winderberg, which is from 1962 and from 2022. Then you get Genre Filmmaking in a Difficult Climate from 2010 by Anders Martland. Critical Overview from 2022 by Colin Gallagher. And then Transfer Notes and Credits. So, like I said, excellent film. And this is a really, really good looking film as well, in terms of how it's presented on this disc. And it's not one that I heard of before as one of the actors in the film. Not quite sure how Radiance Films come across these films, because quite frankly, like I said, it's not one I recognise from name only. And like I said, most of the actors in this are not something I have known about either. And was restored by Svensk Film Industry in association with Frithov Film to Video AB, Mars Motor AB, and Cine Post Studios AB. And supervised by, I think, by a couple of people that worked on the film. So excellent film. If you're into police crime procedural thrillers, then you'll definitely enjoy this. And it definitely does feel like a European take on the kind of like films that were being done in America at the time. Like The French Connection and the 7-Ups and the like, but with a European Nordic kind of tinge to it. It does feel a bit ice cold in some elements because there's not a great deal of characterization. You don't really get under the skin of these characters in a great deal, but there's enough of that there to be invested in the characters, and definitely in terms of the motive of the killer is quite frankly justifiable. So yeah, you do get under the skin of the killer, at least in some regards. So yeah, Radiance films are knocking it out of the park lately. I know I'm a little bit behind on them. I've not got round to Miami Blues yet, or Walking on the Edge, is it? No, Walking the Edge. So those are two that I've not got round to. I know Walking the Edge is a Fun City edition, so it's not technically Radiance films, but neither were Married to the Mob or what was it called? Cutter's Way. Neither of them were Radiance films editions either, but I did eventually get round to them because yeah, they are released by them and they are making money from them as an in between their main releases. So yeah, they've released 12 films I think so far this year. I've bought 4 of them plus the 3 Fun City editions. So yeah, they're on a bit of a roll as far as I'm concerned. Not quite as much as Eureka, which I think are sailing way past everyone else. But yeah, Radiance films have come from practically nowhere to being currently my second favourite boutique label of the year so far. So yeah, if you've not seen this film, then I highly recommend it. If you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.